Before I ever met him, Teddy had wandered into a warehouse in Singapore. No one really knew where he had come from. What stood out immediately was that he wasn't afraid of people at all. Instead of hiding or running away, he seemed completely comfortable around humans. Naturally, people started wondering if someone had once cared for him and then left him behind. A friend of mine came across him and shared a post saying he needed a home. I remember seeing that picture for the first time. The second I looked at his face, I didn't spend time weighing the pros and cons or wondering if it was the right decision. I just knew. I looked at those big wide eyes and thought, yep, that's my son. He has the widest-eyed expression I've ever seen on a cat. It always looks like he's trying to process 5 different thoughts at exactly the same time, and somehow none of them ever fully load. That permanently puzzled expression is just part of who he is, and it's impossible not to smile when you look at him. When Teddy arrived at our house, the adjustment was almost unbelievably easy. He settled in right away, as if he had finally reached the place he had been searching for all along. It felt like he understood that he was safe now, that he didn't have to keep wondering where he belonged anymore. This was home. We already had an older cat named Mimi. At first, I imagined they would become inseparable friends. In my head, I pictured them curled up together, doing everything side by side. Well, that wasn't exactly how things turned out. They tolerate each other more than anything else, almost like 2 coworkers competing for the same promotion. They live together just fine, but they're definitely not best friends. That's probably the best way to describe their relationship. Teddy and I have our own kind of relationship too. It's probably a little codependent. I provide the food, filtered water, and an unlimited supply of head scratches. In return, Teddy covers every black piece of clothing I own with fur and silently judges almost every decision I make. Somehow, he became the emotional support gremlin I never realized I needed. If you've seen Teddy, the first thing you probably notice is his ears. They're curled and crinkled in a way that's impossible to miss. The veterinarian believes it's most likely the result of an old ear infection from before he came into my life. Some people might look at ears like that and think they're an imperfection. We don't see them that way at all. To us, they're what make Teddy unmistakably Teddy. They're his signature feature, almost like those unique traits that make certain models instantly recognizable. Of course, Teddy himself is far too clumsy to ever walk a runway. Every now and then, I wonder if those crinkled ears affect his hearing. I'll call his name and he won't even look in my direction. The vet has checked him though, and everything appears perfectly normal. He may be a little short-sighted, which I've heard isn't unusual for cats. Sometimes he can't even notice a treat that's sitting right in front of him. But somehow that doesn't stop him from chasing a fake mouse with complete confidence and determination. One unexpected benefit of bringing Teddy home has actually been what it's done for Mimi. Our veterinarian had mentioned that Mimi seemed a little bored before Teddy arrived, and that boredom was one of the reasons he had been over-grooming himself. Since Teddy joined the family, that behavior has gradually improved. The 2 of them will groom each other from time to time, which is sweet to watch. They just don't cuddle together. Maybe that's simply a guy-cat thing.
Candy?
Teddy definitely has plenty of attitude. Trimming his nails is never something that happens all at once. I can usually manage 2 nails before we need a play break. Then we'll play for a while, and eventually I'll trim 2 more before another break. That's simply our routine. Most of the time, he seems to think I'm less of an owner and more of a giant toy that's available whenever he feels like playing. Interestingly, he rarely chooses to sit on my lap. Instead, he'll happily curl up on my mom's lap, his grandmother's lap, if you ask him. I honestly have no idea why she gets that privilege instead of me. Teddy, you came into my life completely by chance. Somehow, without either of us planning it, you took over every part of it. I love you more than my sleep schedule, more than my furniture, and maybe even more than my own dignity. And if I had the chance to do it all again, I wouldn't change a single thing. If you're thinking about bringing an animal into your life, don't overlook the one who's quietly waiting for someone to notice them. Sometimes all they need is one person willing to give them a safe place and a little patience. Before you adopt, make sure you're ready for the responsibility and the commitment that comes with it. Because a pet isn't just joining your home, they're becoming part of your family. And every once in a while, a chance meeting can turn into the best decision you'll ever make.